Still finishing tests. When those are all done, we'll get you your grades back. But for now, UIL grade deadlines today. We're going to turn in all your Unit 1 work, right? Last 4 days, Monday through Thursday, we were talking about parallel lines cut by a transversal. So let's talk about it. If you did not learn this the last 4 days, now is a perfect time to learn this. Okay? All right, first things first. If they give you an angle and you have two parallel lines, y'all see these parallel line symbols? If you know they're parallel and they're cut by a third line, transversal, T for transversal, and if they give you one angle, 65 degrees, then I taught you on Wednesday that you can do a trick to find out three of them pretty easy, and then the other four, there's a trick for that, right? So what's the trick? It's called the zigzag rule. All right? What's the zigzag rule? Well, all the acute angles are going to be in a zigzag. So don't draw this, but it'd be like 1, 3, 5, 7. Those make like a Harry Potter little, little lightning bolt, whatever, okay? Zigzag. So if I know 1 is 65, then I know the next acute angle in a zigzag 30. 3 is 65, 5 is 65, 7 is 65. Those four angles are all going to match and be 65 degrees. So we can fill in, angle 3 is 65, angle 5 is 65, angle 7 is 65. Now, the next four angles are not acute. They're in a different zigzag, but they are all obtuse, 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 obtuse. Who remembers from Wednesday, how do I figure out the missing angle if I know the acute angle is 65? Subtract it from 180 because they are supplementary. 180 minus 65 is 105 degrees. Each one of these obtuse angles in the other the other zigzag are going to be 105, 105, 105, 105. So angle 2 is 105, angle 4 is 105, angle 6 is 105, angle 8 is 105. Right? It's pretty, not too hard. I don't want to say easy, but it's doable to, given one angle, find 7. Okay? Now, knowing these relationships are important. So let's look at 3 and 5. So I'm going to erase this so we can see it. But over off to the right here, what's the relationship between angles 3 and 5? So do y'all see 3 and 5 here? Are these on the same side or alternate sides of this T transversal? What do y'all think? Same side or alternate? Alternate. Different sides of the transversal, and are they in or out of these parallels? Inside. So alternate interior angles. I'm going to abbreviate alternate interior. Cool. What about 1 and 8? Now, 1's on the left, 8's on the left. If they're both on the left of the transversal, that's same side, right? Are they in or out, though? Are they interior or exterior? They are outside of the parallel lines. They are exterior, okay? So same side, exterior. Boop. Now, 2 and 6. 2 is over here. 6 is over here. They look like they're on the same side. I mean, they are on the same side, right? Are they both in, both out, or one in, one out? So 6 is in, but 2 is not in. 2 is out, okay? So if you have one in and one out on the same side, that's the weird one. Y'all remember that one? It's the one that's not listed here. Corresponding. I'm also in the way. 1 and 7. Now look, 1's on the outside, 7's on the outside, and they cross over the transversal. What would you call that? Alternate or same side? Alternate exterior. All right, 4 and 5. If you look at 4, if you look at 5, you can see they're both to the left, to the left. That is a same side. And they're not one in, one out. They're both what? They're both in. They're interior. 4 and 5, same side of the transversal, in between the parallel lines. 3 and 7. 3 is in, 7 is out on the same side. They can't be both in, they can't be both out, so that's the weird one. Corresponding, right? Now, I got people struggling with these last two because I didn't just teach it, I taught it back here when we were talking about Unit 1 stuff, okay? So you got to remember Unit 1. We're not just forgetting it. 5 and 6 are literally right next to each other. You could call them a pair of angles, and they make a straight line, which is linear. What would you call that? Linear pair. Everybody, if you see two angles right next to each other, that's called a linear pair. Okay? As long as they make a straight line. Like, yeah, 2 and 3 are still a linear pair because they make a line. 1 and 4 is linear because they make a line. What about 2 and 4? 2 and 4 are at an intersection and they're across. Across from each other is not linear. Do y'all remember what that's called? Do you remember? Hey, hey, you in the red shirt. I know you hear me. Hey, 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 look at me. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Do you know what it's called when they're across from each other? They're called vertical angles. Vertical angles, my guys. All right. You should have 5 warm-ups. Well, really, you have 2 warm-ups we did, right? Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday should be sub. Did you put sub? You have to write something on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Sub, right? But Wednesday, you had a warm-up if you were here, otherwise put absent. And today you have a warm-up. You all obviously have a name, don't forget that. And let's pick those up, and we're gonna do these notes. Be right back. You were talking about? You were talking about? Yeah, all right, let's get this bread. Right? Like the kids say. Let's get this bread. Tango Pan. All right. Now, number 1. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take what we learned on a basic level and we're going to apply some algebraic expressions to it, okay? That does make it a little bit more complicated, but I need everyone to lock, except for testers. I need you to lock in over here. Look at this. So if you're looking at a Chromebook, you can like not. Okay. Number 1. Do y'all see this weird little symbol right here? These little 2 lines. I'm going to tell you what that means. It means parallel. Parallel. So if you see 2 little parallel lines, right? If you see 2 little parallel lines, that means they're parallel. Okay? Here's the easy way to remember that. Parallel has 2 L's in it, right? And this looks like 2 L's, like parallel. It's a cute little way to remember that, okay? Now I'm going to show that on the picture with a little arrowhead. A little arrowhead. Go ahead and draw these arrowheads. That lets you know when you look at that picture, those are for sure parallel. And if they are, I get you one. If you know for sure that they're parallel, then we learned something on Wednesday about these angles. So look, ACD is 80 degrees. Put an arc on that. EFH and ACD. These are both acute angles. So let's put an arc on that one too. 80 and 5x plus 10 are the only labeled angles, right? Writing those down. So here's the question. What is the angle pair name? So are these same side or alternate? Alternate. Are they in or out of the parallels? Out. Above and below. So we're going to call that alternate exterior. Alternate exterior. Outside. Okay? If you have your notes from Wednesday, or if you remember what we said on Wednesday, alternate exterior, alternate interior, and corresponding are all congruent. And here's an easy way, kind of a shortcut way to tell. Doesn't this look less than 90? It's acute. Doesn't this look less than 90? It's acute. If they match, they're congruent, okay? So what do I do with congruent things? Here's how you're going to solve these. If you know they're the same, you literally just put an equal sign in between them. 5x plus 10 equals 80. Okay? If you know they're congruent, that's how you set it up. Now, I know y'all have not forgotten August 13th when we solved a two-step equation, so you know how to solve this, right? What do I get rid of first, the 5 or the 10? It is minus 10. The loner. Bring down 5x equals 80 minus 10 is 70. And then to get rid of that 5 in front of x, we do divide. 70 divided by 5. Mental Desmos, 14. Okay? Are you doing these notes? So that's one of our answers down here. This is x. But EFH, we need to figure out that angle. If you put your pencil on E to F to H, what angle is it? It's going to be right here, 5x plus 10. So if I'm trying to figure that out, well, then I know I need to take 5x plus 10, and I'm going to substitute. I'm going to replace x with 14. Parentheses 14, specifically. Yeah, what is 5 times 14? Mental Desmos, 70. Plus 10, not multiplying. 80. And that is the missing angle. I took a picture, I set up an equation, and I solved it. Now, here's a shortcut way. Didn't we already know these two angles are the same? Right? So like if this is 80, didn't we already know this had to be 80? So did I have to do it this way? You could have just written 80 and that would have been fine. Okay? Now, pause right here. For 10 years I've done this, and for some reason people like stop paying attention right here. And they just like, oh, you just set everything equal and you solve. No. You please pay close attention to number 2 here, because what if they're not congruent? Okay, let's see it. Ready? Number 2. 70, by the way, first of all, it says that these are parallel lines, right? That's what this little symbol means. So go ahead and put a little parallel. Parallel. Do you notice how this picture is a little rotated from the first one? Like the transversal, instead of going up and down, now the transversal is going left and right. So like if you need to, you might need to look at it sideways if that helps you, okay? I'm not going to leave it like that. But here we go. Let's find the angle pair name. So this is acute, right? 77 is less than 90. But look at the other one. Yeah, this one looks wider, bigger. How can you be so obtuse, right? Bigger than 90. So we're going to put 2 arcs on this one to show me that it's different. 1 arc, 2 arc. They are not the same. They not the same. They not the same. Okay, so what's the relationship? What's the pair name? Now, are they same side or alternate? Watch this. It's messed up, right? You're in my way, man. All right. I'll talk to you later. So, are these same side or alternate? What do you think? I'm talking about this line. Are they on the same side of the transversal? So both angles are above the transversal. You kind of got to look at it sideways. Maybe that'll help. So they are same side. And are they in or out of the parallel lines? They're outside the parallel. Outside the parallel. This is same side exterior. On Wednesday, we talked about this. The S rule. The same sides are supplementary, right? Okay. Little emphasis. That does not mean you set them equal like number one. That means you add them together and then they equal 180. Because that's what supplementary means. Because that's what sup. Right? Two angles that make a straight line of 180. That's what's up. All right. Well, let's set this up. 77. Do not put an equal sign. Plus x plus 5 now equals 180. I'm telling you, someone's going to do it. They're going to set everything equal and get half of it wrong and get a 50. And I told you, don't do that. You got to think. Now, you haven't forgotten 814 multi-step equations. If there's more than one number on the same side of the equal sign, you can combine like terms. 77 plus 5 is Jason Witten. 82. All right, and then bring down this x plus it equals 180. And I know you haven't forgotten August 12th when we did one step. All right. Get rid of that plus 82. The loner. How do you get rid of that plus 82? Subtraction or minus 82. And that gives you x equals 98. You know. 98 like the degrees, like the band, you know? Y'all know who Nick Lachey is? Good. No one knows who he is because no one watches horrible shows on Netflix, that's for sure. Anyways, 98 Degrees was a band. Nick Lachey was a singer in that band. All the girls were like, oh my gosh, they're so great. When I was in middle school. Y'all ready? X is 98. You can put it at the bottom. But that ain't it because we're trying to find what? G of H. From G to F to H is X plus 5. Well, if X is 98, add 5 and you get 103 degrees. Okay? This is your notes on the front side. I have an assignment for you, but I'm going to wait till Monday. Okay? But if you want to try the back, get some practice, and then I'll show you the back side so you can check your answers, that'd be great. Okay? So I'm going to pause this, and then we're going to come back and do the back. You can check the back of the notes, number 3 and 4, with the board here.